Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I've currently got an 8th grader, 4th grader, kindergartner, and preschool, pre-K-ish little kiddos. And on this channel, I like to talk to you mostly about secular homeschooling, but also a little bit about motherhood and having a larger family and traveling with a larger family and everything in between. So today's video, I'm going to be updating you guys on Woven Melodies. So I shared that we were going to be using this, and we have used it a few times, so I think I'm ready to share with you guys our experience and how we're enjoying it. So Woven Melodies is from Thistle and Biscuits, which is on Etsy, but I think they also have a website. If I remember correctly, I think I bought it from the website because I know Etsy has fees associated with it, but I don't remember exactly. I might have gotten it on Etsy because I do like having, I can go there and re-download something if I lose it somewhere along the way by getting a new computer or things like that. Even though I back everything up, I still tend to lose things sometimes. So, anyways, I think it's a she. I'm not really sure who owns Thistles and Biscuits, but these illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. And I really like the structure of this because it's what I like. You guys, if you haven't been around, what I like is I want you to tell me what to do, but I also want you to make it flexible where I can change things around if I need to. So I want a script, but I also want leeway to choose, which parts of the scripts I'm going to read. And so this meets that bill for me. So I'm really enjoying it because I've adapted it instead of doing, I think you're supposed to do one thing a week, but you're supposed to do it like a couple times a day or something, or a couple times a week. We're just doing it one time a week. If we get to it, we're not as far into it as I would have hoped, but that's fine because this is not something that is very grade level specific. So if we don't finish this year, we'll just continue next year. And so anyways, the book starts out with just, a little about section, but it does give you like a yearly breakdown, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. This is the structure that they say, this is a good way to do it, but it's super easy to kind of make it your own thing as you go along. But each section starts with an introduction, tells you a little bit of information, then it gives you a diagram. This is the teacher manual, by the way, and then lots more information, and then it tells you about a composer each week as well. And then all of these here are links, so if you go into it digitally, they're all links to like YouTube videos and maybe Spotify and some things like that, where you can actually listen to the instrument that you are learning about, which is really super. That's the part of it that my kids are really loving, is like getting to see and hear what these instruments look like, what they sound like. We haven't dove too much into the composer part of it, just because we don't, I'm only doing it one time a week, so we don't necessarily have all that time. But so far we've done I think the first 3 instruments, and my kids have really enjoyed it. There is a student workbook, which does have the same breakdown. It just doesn't have all the about information at the beginning. And it has the same diagram that's in the teacher manual, but then it has a blank diagram as well. So what we've been doing is looking at the diagram that has the labels on it at the beginning of the lesson, reading the lesson, watching some videos, and then going back to the blank one and having them go, work together to see if they can fill in all the blanks, because we're doing it just as a group family event thing, and I'm not actually writing it in. We're just doing it, by memory and verbally. Again, we haven't really done much with the composers, but that is included here if that's something that's important to you. We don't really have the time in our schedule necessarily to do that, so we're just not doing it. And then there's another page that talks about what was your favorite, and we just do all of this via discussion. So that is kind of a look at what the program is, how we're using it. As I said, we're following it, but not following it. And we do it once a week when we get to it. So some weeks we don't get to it, and that's fine. This piece of hair is driving me crazy, sorry. So sometimes we don't get to it, and that's fine. But when we do, the kids have really enjoyed it. Okay, so what instrument is this, guys? Harp. Harp. Okay, where is the crown of the harp?
The top part.
The top part. Where's the base?
Down at the bottom.
What does it have on it on the base?
Petals.
Petals. And then the front, this part is called the pillar or column. And this part is called the soundboard. That's where. All right. So the harp is an instrument where strings of different lengths are suspended in the middle of a solid structure. A harpist will pluck the strings by finger, and the hollow body at the base of the harp projects the sound. Harps have existed from ancient times. Some harps date back 5,500 years. So we're gonna watch some videos. Here are some pictures of other kinds of harps. So let's watch this video. So, although many variations of the harp have passed out of use, when we look around the world, we can still see relatives of the harp that in many different body styles. So, the African lyre, I think is how you say it. In East Africa, we can find a relative of the harp called the lyre. Difference between the harp and the lyre is generally smaller and relies on a bridge to conduct the sound, unlike the harp where it's the bass or the soundboard body. All right, so let's listen to one of those. It sounds like a cow, you said.
For the cow on it.
It does have hide, cow hide on it. That's the same. It's similar to that. This looks like antlers from an animal.
It's like a head.
The one that he's playing looks like maybe bamboo or something. That's too weird for your ears. Alright. And then the other one that we're going to listen to is one from Greece. So it's also called a lyre. And it's, despite the technical differences that set it apart from the harp, the lyre is also an important part of the harp's history. Okay, so this would have been Greece.
Do it,
It's definitely way more elaborate than the last one, huh?
We have the drum set.
Alright. While we listen to this last piece, let's go over the parts of the harp again.
Bass, pedals, shoulder is here.
Which strings are high? The ones on this side, those smaller ones, right? And which strings are low? The longer ones. And then, what else did you miss? This is the shoulder. What is this part called? The neck. And then there are tuning pegs at the ends of these strings, just like on a guitar or a ukulele. And then where does the sound come from? No. Where does the sound come from? Nope.
The bottom.
Yeah, this part right here. So that is Woven Melodies and how we are using it, and so far I love it. I think it's so beautifully done, and I love all the links that are available, and we can watch the ones we want and not watch the ones we don't have time for, and so my kids just really enjoy it. They get really excited when I pull it out and say it's time for it. So I'm gonna wrap up this video. My husband just walked in the door and things are about to get crazy around here, so I hope you will come back and chat with me again soon. If you have any other questions about this program, drop them down in the comments. While you're down there, I'd love it if you would subscribe, ring the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget, you can always check us out over on Instagram at Homeschool-ology. And I hope you'll come back and chat with me again soon. Bye.